Hello everybody, welcome to episode 3 of the Tamagotchi Reconnection series today. So let's get on into this episode. So, first off, we have evolved to the same thing on both sides, sadly. So, in this Evo, if they don't change by the last stage, then I probably will let them marry different creatures. And that's mostly just so I can have different Evos. Or I still might go ahead and marry them off together with each other. Though I haven't done too many connection things today. And I'm still kind of tempted to marry them off to the marriage lady instead of to each other. Because with them being so close to each other, I kind of want that difference. And my fingerprints all over the other one. But I do want the difference, though, between both of them. So I might purposely marry them off and let them have different children or whatever. If that's still a function of these devices, I don't know if that is or not, but, in the older ones there was typings and stuff like that, so I'm hoping that's still around as a concept. So we'll probably marry them off to different Tama boys, or girls. Marry them to whatever agenda of Tama that goes along with them. So let's get on to the differences of the day. So, is this the one that has less hearts currently? And by the way, that's empty because of him calling out for the little praise thing. Not an actual camera mistake, it's just because he needed stuff. So, well, she needed stuff. Or, is it he on this one? Yeah, it's Gum. Okay, yeah. Because he needed stuff. Gum needed things. He needed to be disciplined. So, the joys of that is you get to see a lot of those random things. And we did actually get the one dude in today, and I actually bought this little thing called a Chikua, or, yeah, a Chikua. I don't know what that is, but we'll give it to him. And I don't know why, but man, this reflection thing is really annoying. But there we go. And so, let's see. Trying to get this angled properly. See, weirdly enough, the camera makes it look so weird, but like in my own peripheral vision, it looks very normal-ish. It looks normal on camera too, but I don't know. There's a lot of differences between camera and not camera on this one. Okay, so let's get into the device itself, though. So we did actually unlock more games. We got flag and heading. And let's talk about heading first, because we've actually seen heading before. And that's because it's that one game that what? That was weird. Y'all saw that, right? Like, I clicked the button. Maybe I just didn't click it right. Let's try this again. The heck? What's going on there? I did it on the pink one earlier. Yeah, you keep telling me sad face, but I'm trying to figure out why you're not clicking. There you go. So this minigame is actually a bit easier on this device than it is on the earlier ones. When the button's wanting to work, by the way. Don't know why I was freaking out there for just a second. But this game is way easier on this device than it was on the older device. The animation is way more fluid and just works a lot better than the original. If you remember, this game was, I think, on the V2. So, we are having it again here, and it's actually a pretty nice game. Pretty easy to get into, especially now with the changes. And when your middle button is working, unlike those first two attempts I had there. So, we are doing pretty well. This is actually a very easy game to complete. The changes in this one actually make it way easier to sit down and just go on through, which is kind of weird, but there you go, see? And we get a lot more points for that game, by the way. That game gives points like nothing. So that is the easier one of the thing, and since that one gave us full thing of hearts, let's check out the other game on the other side, and this is the one I've actually been really enjoying so far. Hopefully we can actually do really well in this game. So let's get to this one. So we're going to do flag. Now, this one's pretty interesting. The idea is you have to hold up to the flag. Pretty simple. And as you see there, you have to keep up with the pattern. If you mess up the pattern, then you lose the game. Pretty simple. Now here's where it starts getting pretty different. Oh, whoa, that's different. Ah! See what they did there? They trick you. That one's actually been pretty fun. I really like the idea that they like really get you on that one. Now you do have to do pretty well on the rounds though, considering you don't get hearts and stuff like that till getting a great. And I realized why it works like that. So bats were actually taken out of the. Oh, I didn't respond to my other button. Dang it. I clicked the buttons. Why must they do this to me? What? I don't know why today these buttons are messing around with me. They were working perfectly fine earlier. That or timing's just really specific. It could be timing's just really specific. So there we go. Okay, let's try and get concentrated into this. Keep forgetting, you can't fall for the short flags. Okay. Pretty fun game, though. I'm currently still learning the ropes of it. But I see there's false callouts and stuff like that. So it's actually pretty interesting for a Tamagotchi game. Once I get better at noticing the smaller flags, then I will do that. But I'm currently recording, so I guess it does not help me either. Especially since the light sort of reflects back in my eyes with how I have this all set up currently as well. And as you can probably tell, you can see how my phone's in front of the lighting too. Which works well for just this, because in general, I'm just wanting the more outside lighting, and we have side lighting over here. So it's very easy for me to get screen recording. Issue is, it also makes it very hard for me to actually see the device a lot of the times. Unless I am like looking at the other way of this, but that still isn't the best method. But as you see there, it is pretty easy to get those games. We do need to work on weight management. Blech. But we'll give one snack currently. So we haven't got many snacks yet. I did actually pick up some popcorn though. So this is actually one of the cheaper items that were there. But we get to try out something else today. So we did actually yesterday I got a comment, or today, technically not yesterday. But today we did get a comment about how the connection games actually do work. And you do need 2 of the same items. So guess what I got today, since it was in the other thing? It was the ball. So we actually now live in a world where we do have 2 of the balls. So we're going to do this. And we're going to go to item. And we're going to pick ball for both of them. And all you're doing is mashing buttons. And there we go. See, can we connect? Okay, there we go. Got it to connect. Up, here we go. So they both bet $30 down. So let's see what they do. And yet, that's pretty much it for that mini game right there. The balloon one is different, if you remember. The balloon one had me like do a weird selection type thing. And I see there, that one did get the money for it. It is very interesting that they did put in connection games, though, for this device. So, maybe we could have balloon on the other side here. Is this the side with balloon? Or, no, this one, yeah. We only have ball on this one. So let's see, let's go to the shop and see if we got anything cool in there. Got some food options. Taco. And there's balloon! So yeah, we got lucky on that one. Balloon and ball are more common items, I've noticed. So the shopkeeper did actually try to sell me whatever balloon again. And apparently you can actually give them items across both devices. So if you do actually end up with a spare on one of your devices but not the other, then you can't actually do like a present, I think someone was telling me, which is pretty interesting. But let's do game, and let's do item, since we do have balloon now. Let's see, we'll do that one, and we'll do that one. And of course, connect it both together. Make sure you only press the button for one side. This isn't like certain devices where they can do both at sometimes. Let's see what's going on. Oh. So we're just waiting on, so it's a random choice game, okay. So they can either win or lose by those standards. And of course, there we go. Both got their money in. Pretty simple. Still pretty exciting to have connection mini games though, because if you remember throughout the last device with the Katai and Akai, all we kept doing was weirdly gambling between both of them. And then the version 1 and 2, I didn't do too many connections with those two, which probably didn't help me much when I was doing that series. But to be honest, that was my first full series coming back into it, so I have feelings I did a lot of dumb things during that run. Like I said, at some point I will revisit the V1, V2. Especially the V1, because apparently the V1 can connect to the Japanese version, and that is actually a really interesting idea to me. So we'll do visits. And let's go. Let's get some visits down. Let's see if I can get, okay, here we go. They interact so well with each other. It's so cool to always see this. Look at those two having a good grand old time. It's awesome. And there you go. This one's going to come back in just a second. It does take a bit, weirdly, for the other one to go back into the other device. But there we go. It is pretty awesome to see those little interactions. And let's see. We'll do another visit. And I think it's this side I want to press. Oops, no it's not. Oops, yeah, okay. Back to the pink one, apparently. Basically same animation. But let's send them over to the blue one, just in case there is any differences. So I need to press the pink sides button, okay. I'm gonna wait just a second. Do visit. Actually, yeah. And we'll do a visit on this side, a visit on this side. Click the pink one in. And here we go. Now let's see what's all gonna go on. Oh, they're gonna do a different animation. We're gonna have fun. Oh, they're gonna weigh each other. That's kind of weird. Oh, nope, they're jumping back and forth. Woo! Love the little differences. That's pretty awesome. And there you go. They both made each other a bit more happier. And now they're gonna go to bed, because this is the joys of these devices. And because I just recorded late, so. But it doesn't matter too much, really. Oh. We do have a little bit of happiness hearts here, and by the time I'll be awake tomorrow, I'll be able to get them very easily cared for. So, that's exciting. And those are sleep screens for both of those two. I see there, the Z's are slightly different, I think, because I remember in the last game, the last one, the Z's had a bit more growing towards or whatever. It is very interesting to see all the little differences and stuff from the Katai and Akai from these ones. And some of the differences from the V1 and V2, because it's kind of weird. I want to say this is a very much more like the continuation of the V2 device than the Japanese versions in a way. Besides lacking pause features and stuff like that, because if you remember, pausing is not a part of these devices. And that could just be part of the idea that these devices are sort of a weird mix in a way of the English and Japanese versions. So I've noticed bits and pieces from the American side and bits and pieces from the Japanese side, which is really weird in a way. So it's kind of a weird mix and match. It's like really interesting, but also kind of different in ways. But Been really enjoying them, though, so far. The only issue I've had a bit, besides false button inputs weirdly not working, is kind of how it starts off with the minigames or whatever. But so far, you realize that once you unlock more minigames, you do get more of a easier ones to get a hold of. So, in my opinion, the minigame variety does actually improve and does change once you get to the older stages. So, it is pretty exciting to have a lot of those differences. And probably also, I just realized that button length is probably also different from the original Katai and Akai. Let's see if I can get that focused in there. So yeah, I need to compare that to the actual Japanese ones in a minute, because the button length is also different. Maybe that's why I keep having those little misses. I could just be an idiot and not be pressing down far enough, which is an actual possibility. You sometimes train your brain to do things, and your brain's like, okay. But that is pretty much it. So, been having fun with these dices. They've been really awesome. Been enjoying them a bit more than the Smart and stuff like that. Love color devices, or at least the Tamagotchi versions of color devices, but they are kind of weird in ways. And I've been more accepting to them recently, so I'm excited to learn more and more about those color devices. It's also the reason why I made that Digimon color video not too long ago about the missteps that the color Digimon take. I want to do a more longer video of that at some point, because my smaller one I did for the multiple platforms or whatever was more just set off as a more jokey style way, but also still critical in a way. I'd love to do a more serious version at some point. Had some very interesting things today with that video, so it's like, maybe I should do a more serious version of that video one day and talk about what certain aspects are, because I feel like that video has things that I just don't think a lot of the community knows about in ways, so it's like, maybe I need to redo that video, because I feel like some points might have been missed by some people, and it's like, I probably need to redo that. But thank y'all, everyone, for watching this video, and thank you for listening to me ramble away, because I know my rambles are weird, and just all the fun. So, thank y'all for watching, and thank y'all for making this series really awesome to talk about and stuff like that. I've been loving the comments and everything, just love all the random things I love commenting to people. But, that's pretty much it, so thank y'all for watching, and see y'all next time. Bye!